Welcome back to What's Your Take? Real Talk on Leadership and Life. I'm your host, Dr. Nikki, the DBA pharmacist and founder of FitBiz Global Solutions. I'm excited about today's episode because we're diving into leading through disruption, something every leader and really every person has to navigate. How do you stay adaptable when things don't go as planned? What happens when the ground shifts under you? Before we dive in, I want to take a quick moment to reflect on where we have been so far. In Behind the Mic episode, I shared the heart behind this podcast, why I launched What's Your Take? Real Talk on Leadership and Life, and what you can expect from our real conversations on leadership, innovation, and life. Then, in our most recent two-part series, Leadership Legacy, a tribute to our dad, and From the Front Lines to the Final Days, when families are left without a map, I sat down with my siblings for deeply personal conversations about the values our late parents instilled in us, including consistency, integrity, and compassion. We also reflected on what those experiences taught us about leadership, faith, and the realities of navigating the healthcare system during their final days. And now, in today's episode, we're shifting from reflection to resilience, talking about what it really means to lead through disruption and stay adaptable. When life and leadership don't go as planned, that's what we're going to unpack today. And by the end, you'll walk away with a few strategies for leading with resilience when disruption shows up. I want to share a personal story and take you back to my pharmacy studies, to the time I traveled alone to Costa Rica for an international research placement. It was supposed to be smooth sailing. I had a host family lined up and a lab ready for me. But the minute I arrived, everything fell apart. My host family arrangement fell through, I didn't really speak the language, and suddenly I was in a new country with no safety net, trying to figure out where I was even going to sleep. It was one of those moments of total disruption. Thankfully, I had a great support network that rallied around me and quickly found a new host family. All I needed in that moment was faith and patience. But here's the thing, I adapted. I built bonds with the new host family and learned new lab skills I hadn't practiced on my own before. I left that experience with a sense of confidence and independence I didn't know I had. Looking back, that trip was a turning point. I realized disruption can break you down or it can build you up. And truthfully, that experience shaped how I've led teams, how I've faced change in my career, and even why I launched this podcast. It taught me that adaptability isn't just something you use in the moment. It becomes part of how you show up as a leader. The whole idea of adaptability is something I dive into more in the book I'm writing, which I'll be sharing in season 2 of the podcast. One of those first chapters talks about what it means to pivot with purpose. The Costa Rica trip was one of the earliest lessons that shaped my perspective long before I had the language to describe it. And when I later did my doctoral research on effective leadership strategies and technology implementation, I saw the same lesson play out again. Every leader I studied faced barriers during times of change, whether it was resistance, limited resources, or uncertainty. The ones who succeeded weren't the ones who avoided disruption. They were the ones who faced it head on, with transparency and creativity. That's the real key to leading through disruption. Not pretending the barriers don't exist, but turning them into opportunities for growth. So if you're going through disruption right now, in your work, business, or life, here are 3 lessons I'd share. Pause before you pivot. Take a breath before you react. Sometimes the best move is to pause long enough to see the bigger picture. Find purpose in the pivot. Don't just adapt for the sake of it. Ask yourself, what meaning or opportunity is hidden in the disruption? Protect your energy, not just your schedule. During change, your mindset and well being matter more than checking every box. These are the same lessons I lived in Costa Rica and saw reinforced in my research. Disruption isn't easy, but it can make us stronger if we let it. If today's episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to follow or subscribe to the show wherever you're listening. Share it with someone who would appreciate it. And join the conversation at fitbizsolutions.com, on Instagram at fitbiz.solutions, Facebook at fitbizsolutions, or on YouTube at fitbizsolutions media. Adding a tropical twist to today's episode, I'm recording from the Bahamas on the beautiful island of New Providence, where Nassau, the capital, and the place where I was born, continues to shape my roots and perspective. I've also got my FitBiz Wellness travel mug from fitbizwellness.com beside me. A simple reminder that even in the middle of disruption, you can take a pause, take a breath, and still show up ready for what's next. That's what I'm holding on to right now. And I hope you'll find your own version of that too. Disruption is uncomfortable, but it's also a teacher. If you let it, disruption can strengthen your leadership, sharpen your adaptability, and reveal resilience you didn't know you had. This episode is just one perspective, but I'd love to hear yours. How have you led through disruption in your own life? Share your story with me, DM me, or drop me an email. New episodes drop every Thursday, and I can't wait to grow with you. More conversations are coming soon with some incredible guests. Until next time, stay adaptable, keep leading, keep growing, and always keep asking, what's your take?